Welcome to the very first Everything is Amplified blog podcast. Hopefully this will be the first of many. I'm looking to get a few people to come on the podcast and talk with me also about some of the reviews that I've written and just about music in general. But today you're just going to have to bear with me and me alone. So the reason I started doing this is mainly just because I felt like there were a few things that I'd written that I hadn't fully expanded on, and I wanted to talk a little bit more at length with, people that wanted to listen. I don't know how many really do, but we'll see how that goes. I just thought that I'd start off with letting you know what I'm listening to at the moment. Hopefully I can make that sort of a regular thing and just let you know what I'm listening to. I don't know if you're actually interested, but I thought I'd just talk about it for a little bit. First thing that I've got into recently was, as many of you probably know, I listen quite a lot to Death Grips. I'm kind of in that sort of target demographic for Death Grips. I'm lonely male, 18 to 25, So basically Death Grips is aimed right at me. I don't really think that's true, but I think that's most of their audience, really. But I did end up discovering, because also I spend a lot of time on the internet, in case you hadn't noticed, I've discovered the world of Death Grips mashups, and that's as dumb as it sounds. It's basically, you get MC Ride's vocals and then you put them on a different track. But I've really enjoyed it. There's a specific artist that does it. It's called Love Grips, and basically it's just, they've got their Bandcamp and it's pay what you want, and they've just got a bunch of instrumentals from other songs and they put Death Grips vocals over the top of it. I mean, not all of it's great. Like, they've got a version of Daft Punk's Get Lucky that over the top of Spread Eagle Across the Block, and I just really don't think it works at all. But there's a couple of classics in there. There's they've got I Want It, I Need It over the Hip to Be Square by Huey Lewis and the News, and that's probably like my absolute favourite. They've also got they've got Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, and they've got Stockton going over the top of that, so that's good too. They also, one of my unexpected favourites was they switched it around and they've got the instrumental to Two Heavens, and they've got Gangnam Style going over the top of that, and it sounds really dumb, but it's really good. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I don't even know why. I don't know. I think my taste in music has really gone out the window, so you can take what I say on the blog with a grain of salt now. Yeah, that's good. So like I said, it's just they've got a Bandcamp and you can pay what you want for it. So I'll link you down to that, and hopefully you enjoy that half as much as I did. I mean, next, also what I've been listening to is Block Party's lead singer Calais has a new solo album out that's called Trick, and that's really good. He's kind of gone in a different direction. He's sort of more got a house sound going, big house influence in his songs, and I've really been enjoying listening to that. It's one of those ones where it gets better the more I listen to it. I was kind of listening to it and I thought, oh, this is good, but nothing amazing. And then I sort of as I went and listened to it more, it just sort of grew on me a lot, and so that was really good. So I will link you to that also. And finally, also what I've been listening to quite a lot, and I think some people will probably also find another reason to stop reading the blog for me saying this, but I've been listening a lot to A$AP Rocky, and that's really been entertaining for me. I can't really sort of pin down why I enjoy it, because Rocky's not exactly the best MC, but I've really been enjoying the beats and the production on it. It's just so good. I can't even explain it anymore, because I've tried to just tell people why I enjoy it, but it's just not really something that I can do. And so basically the beats are great. Rocky's a really bad MC, on a sort of general scale of things. He's just, his flow's not great. Some of his rhymes are really dumb, really, really bad metaphors and stuff, but it still really works, because I feel he's just not really the reason why you listen to A$AP Rocky, which is ironic really, but you do come for the beats, you stay for the beats, but Rocky is there and he keeps you entertained, and that's good. I don't really ask for much else from that kind of style of hip hop. You know, I guess if he were trying harder to push some kind of deeper message onto me, I would be a little bit more skeptical when I come into listening to him. But it's just kind of big dumb fun, and it really does work. And some of the beats are great, especially a lot of the beats that have been produced by Clams Casino. Those are really real standouts for me. So those are the things that I've been listening to, and now I just thought I'd talk about some of the things that I want to hear next. I've heard that the new Belle and Sebastian album's come out, and, you know, it's got average reviews, which is exactly what I expected from Belle and Sebastian. I mean, I listen to their music and I know that it's average, and, you know, I know that everyone else thinks it's average, but I still really enjoy it. And I think that's, you know, the thing about music is, and everything else, is that if you still do enjoy it at the end of the day, then that's not really a big problem, you know, even if everyone else is sort of saying, you know, oh, it's really bad or average, or, you know, all things like that. So I'm definitely gonna listen to it, and I'll probably enjoy it. Although the only thing that's making me a little bit skeptical about listening to it, you know, even though it's already out and stuff and people have already passed judgment and things like that, the only thing that has made me a little bit skeptical is that they've apparently turned to a bit more of a dance sound, and so I'll be interested to see how that goes. But I have been skeptical about things from bands that I've enjoyed in the past and, you know, got over it. The main example I can think of off the top of my head is probably the latest Metronomy album. I heard the lead single from that, and I wasn't really impressed at all. It was pretty kind of dry. It wasn't as catchy as some of the big singles that they have put out before, but I did end up biting the bullet after quite a few months of not being sure, and I just got it, and I ended up really enjoying it. The lead single off it, and that was the title track as well. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't really an indicator of how the album was going to go, and I was pretty happy about that. It was quite good. It wasn't sort of on the level of the English Riviera, but I still enjoyed it. The other thing that I am looking forward to is that isn't out at the moment is the new Sufjan Stevens album. I have heard that it is coming very soon, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pre-order it at the moment. You know, once again, every time somebody comes out with a new thing, I always step back a little bit. I'm always a little bit worried. I think that's probably says something more about my character than the artist that I follow. Apparently he's sort of going with more of an Americana sound. I don't know how that's going to go down, but I have mistrusted Sufjan before, and he's sort of defied my expectations. I really enjoyed what he put out with Sisyphus. That's amazing. If you haven't heard of Sisyphus, then you should definitely do that, because it's also introduced me to Serengeti, who's one of my favourite new rappers now. He's definitely a breath of fresh air when it comes to rappers, you know, sort of talking about different issues, and I think that's really interesting. He's also got a side character called Kenny Dennis, and that's like this kind of stereotypical guy from Chicago, you know, who's always drinking O'Doul's, and he's going to Cubs games and Bulls games and stuff like that. So that's also pretty funny. I really like that too. So check him out also. I will leave links for everything here in the description, hopefully, so you can all go and have a look at that. But now